Revelations from my man cave. My name's Jeff Banks and I'm from Property Portfolio Solutions, and today I want to talk to you about some of those unknown unknowns that Donald Rumsfeld talked about in one of his great speeches. Here we're going back to this example that we've had of this particular client making $250,000 on this particular deal. Now let's think about what would have that meant to us if we'd have done that on our own home. First thing, this deal took 18 months to construct. Just looking here, that's 18 months worth of borrowings, interest and what have you, and holding costs. But it also needed to have factored into it that the client had to live somewhere else for that 18 months. That's a cost that needs to be factored into this particular model. Not that it affected this particular one, because this was an investment property as opposed to looking at something that is a residential property that I want to live in. But if I'm going to look at, I want to develop a block that I'm living in and then possibly selling it off later on, the cost of living somewhere else will need to be factored into account, because effectively I am paying two lots of rent when I factor the interest that I would have been paying on this investment without income coming in, and the fact that I would have had to relocate somewhere else in order to do the development. They're the sorts of traps that young players may get caught in when it comes to looking at a property investment or an equity realisation of a property that they're already in. When we sit down and talk to clients about that sort of stuff, we look at the big picture. We know some of those unknown unknowns that most property investors, or those who are wanting to get into property investment because they know that's the way to go, get caught up in. So talking about the goal, talking about the plan, and then making the plan really work based on what you've got to play with is what we do at Property Portfolio Solutions. My name's Jeff Banks. I'm from Property Portfolio Solutions. In fact, I'm one of the co-founders at Property Portfolio Solutions. And our catch cry is, your legacy is our inspiration.